Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because the items I purchased from the Sephora sale have arrived and we are going to dive in to every single product that I picked up. We're gonna try on some things. There's some categories where I might have gone a lot overboard. So we tried at least one of those items and the other items will be used in future videos. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using the new products that I picked up during the Sephora sale, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so I had thought about doing this in two parts because the Sephora sale, when it started, there were a lot of things that I had in my shopping cart that I wanted to pick up, but I also knew that there were some things that were being released during the sale, as well as there were some things that I wasn't completely decided on. But I decided to just do it all in one part, and there's going to be some things that I cannot try on because I have things in the same category of different brands. But you guys, so 2 boxes, no one needs this much. If I wasn't on YouTube doing makeup tutorials or try-ons or first impressions, I would not spend this much for the Sephora sale. Usually when I do the Sephora sale, it's things that I've been waiting for, but I also don't want to spend a lot of money on, or that I need to replenish. Like my hairspray is definitely one of those things that I always pick up another bottle of. But since I started my YouTube, there are definitely some things that I've picked up, and let's just be honest, Sephora is expensive. But I did pick up some things. I do want to try them on with you guys, have some conversations. I have seen some Sephora sale anti videos. We'll discuss, because like I said, if I wasn't on YouTube reviewing makeup, I would not have picked up as much as I did. And I also didn't do it all in one shopping trip. But I have quite a few things in front of me. And I don't even know where to dive in because I honestly believe it's excessive. But let me get my ducks in a row and we will dive into the things I picked up, try them on, see what they're all about. Are they worth the hype? Do you need them? Maybe you'll pick them up at the next Sephora sale. The one thing I do like is that they have the sale so that you do get a discount, because otherwise, unless they're being discontinued or no longer being held or sold at Sephora, then they're usually not on sale. But let me get everything organized and we will dive in. Okay, you guys, so the first thing I usually do is my eyeshadow. Now, I picked up 2 eyeshadow palettes, but one of them I knew was going to be kind of like a dedicated video. The first one is the One Size Wicked Unlimited Eye and Face Palette. There is also a highlighter. I want to say there's a couple other items that were released with this collection. I didn't pick them up only because I knew exactly what I wanted. I think there was like another brush. So this is the packaging. I really like Wicked. I read the book and then my cousin and I went and saw it off Broadway in Chicago and had a blast. But this is the color story. I want to play with this, but I have another eyeshadow palette that I picked up that I want to play around with as well. This is so pretty. I do like One Size. I've tried their, was it Fantasia? So I'm excited to play around with this. There are 2 blushes and then of course the eyeshadows. And then the highlighter. This is Defying Gravity. Ooh, this is pretty. It's kind of like a champagne. Gold. So she found the boxes. She's making herself at home. Honey, those aren't for you. So these 2 I will save for a dedicated video. Okay, the other eyeshadow palette that I picked up, and I love her other palettes that I've picked up. The shimmers, the chromatics, the holographics. This is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Blooming Romance. She has another Groundwork palette, but it is all very neutral. and it wasn't what I wanted to pick up. This one, all right, so this is the packaging on it, and I love this packaging. So usually when you get the, was it Natasha Denona palettes, they're very shiny, but I love being able to pull the sticker off. But you see the fingerprints on it, and this you do not. There's a lot of protection to this palette. All right, so there is the little plastic. I love this color story. There's not a shimmer in here. That's fine. I do have a highlighter, so I'm gonna do all I need to with this, and then the highlighter that I will put on my cheeks is also what I'm gonna use as my eyeshadow. Multi-purposing, multitasking. All right, so I'm gonna go and prime my eyes with my P. Louise base. I did not pick up a new eyeshadow primer. Actually, the only new eyeshadow primer I've picked up in a while is my, was it Urban Decay Shadow Potion? But there wasn't a new one released that I was like, ooh, I want to try that. So now looking at this palette, I can go very light. I can also make it pretty deep and dark. And that's what I like about this. So I love the pinky shades. I love the brown neutrals. And you just have a little bit of everything in here, but they are all leaning for the most part on the pinky red side. All right, so on the back of here it says, buildable, blendable, velvety, rich color. The weightless velvet pomade hybrid formula shapes, fills, and defines all areas of the face with a fallout-free application. The Shape and Fix powder formula with Upsolite technology blends and sets. Okay, so line, lift, shape, sculpt, fill, and set eyes and face with a brush or finger. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now I wonder if I should have done some research on this. Okay, I think I want to go into, I think I know what I want to do. I'm going to go into the shade Allure. This one kind of has like a purpley tone to it. You guys, I just got home from work and the second box had shown up and I was like, ooh, I want to play around with the makeup I ordered. It has taken everything in my will to not use the stuff that has already came in. When you buy new things, can you wait till you get home and play with them, or do you have to, you know, dive into them before you even get home? Sometimes I'm like a kid in the candy store and I'll be in the car opening it because I want to see it. Especially if I don't go into like Sephora or a store that has a sample available. I want to check it out. Sometimes I'm impatient. Alright, so I've got a light wash of color. I think I want to deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to use the shade Bliss. Also, fluffy crease brush. It's pretty. And I'm not trying to build it too intense. I like these shades, but I also, you know, I want to see what it looks like if I just kept it a little bit neutral. I'm going to try and deepen it up a little bit with my pencil brush though. I'm going to do that with the shade XO. The names are cute. Crush, Smitten, Dreamy, Allure, Desire, Adorn, Lovesick, Bliss, Evermore, and XO. I'm just going to kind of give myself a wing. I'm just slowly building it up. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes if you go in too quickly, too heavy, you just can't dial it back. deepened up a little bit, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I don't want it too intense today. Let me know if you've picked up any of these items and let me know your thoughts. Alright, so we're good there for right now. I will clean it up when I do the rest of my makeup. Now, I said highlighter, and I only picked up one other highlighter, but this is something I already have in my collection, just in a different shade. This is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter. I picked mine up in the shade Exhilarate. I have the golden shade, I can't remember the name of it, but this is supposed to be more of like the champagne. Ooh, look how gorgeous that is. So beautiful. So I'm going to pick it up with my finger. Ooh, so beautiful and metallic. Just tap it on. And then I know it's easily pickable. It's easy to pick up with a brush and just place it where I want it to define the inner corner area. Literally, this is what I would do with the Becca Champagne Pop when I was in school and early on in the Navy. It was just a highlighter all over the eye. It doubles as a eyeshadow, and then it's going to be my highlighter later on. Okay, I don't think I said it either when I was talking about the palette. So these bigger pans are the pomade, kind of like a cream to powder formula that we're used to from Natasha Denona. I know Huda Beauty just put out the Creamy Obsessions. So we're starting to see these formulations a little bit more frequently. And then the smaller pans are a powder to help set it. So with the outer area, I did the cream to powder or the pomade formula of XO, and then I just, on this eye, I tried out the powder and I liked how it looked, so I added it back on this one as well. I love the fact that there's two different formulations in here, so you can play around with them. And I also like that, so maybe you don't like how it's laid out and you want to switch it up, or maybe you go through it. I don't know if she's going to release the individual pans, so like if you need to replace the powder more because you've used more of that than the pomade, like that would be cool. But I do notice that you can actually move these around a little bit so they're magnetized into the pans. Now, I did pick up a primer, which I forgot about. This is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. It's supposed to be blurring. I only got a mini because I got a big drawer of primers right now. And now with everything that I just kind of explained and announced with going to Germany, I'm kind of glad I just got like a little mini, because now I can choose a couple more things and break it down. Now, I'm good for a blurring one, especially through here and my fine lines. This kind of has like the same consistency as the Hourglass Vanish Primer, which I really like. So right there through my porous areas. It just kind of feels like lotion. So it doesn't look like it's concealed my pores like right through here. I wonder if maybe I need a little bit more. I think I'm gonna just tap this on a little bit and see. The biggest test will be when I use a foundation and see if it blurs everything, minimizes. I can't tell. We will see. This product though, I picked up, and I'm also not sure I'm going to try it today because I want to try the foundation that I choose. And I don't want it to skew the color or whatnot. This is the Iconic London Instant Sunshine Bronzing Drops. This is in a universal shade. Now when you see it, you may not agree. And when I saw this, I was just kind of like, are we sure? But when I went in store to pick up a couple things, I didn't see a sampler or a tester. What? It does have, it looks like a little like push. Oh, so it does twist. There's a lock in place mechanism. And oh, this makes me nervous. So that's what that looks like. Let's lock it back. Interesting. Okay, it is very like, it's glittery and it looks like it's caught in some of the like lines on my hand. It's already dried down though. Like it's dry. I will definitely have to try this out in a future video because it's gold. Austin Powers gold, or Austin Powers gold member. Gold. Oh my lord. Anyways, I have two foundations. I picked up the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow in the shade 2N22. I have the regular HD Skin and I really love it. They just recently formulated, but I've been using a lot of hydrating, glowy foundations and then setting with matte powders. So I picked it up in this. But then I also picked up the Urban Decay Face Bond. This is a waterproof foundation up to 24-hour wear, 3% niacinamide, and can't feel coverage. I picked mine up in the shade Medium Warm. This one I went in store and I tried the tester just to get kind of like a shade match, which this makes me nervous. But when I was doing a shade match, this seemed like the right shade. That might be too yellow. You guys, what did I do? I'll try it out. I tested it in store and it's still okay. And then I'm going to test out the shade for, they are not the same. Period. Like, this is the right shade. This is too yellow. I think I'm gonna see if I can get a different shade of this because I don't think this is it. And we'll readdress it in the future. All right, well, that narrows that down. I did also pick up the Makeup Forever HD Skin Setting Powder. I've been seeing this and I'm like, ooh, I want to try it out. Also, this is a massive container. I want to say there's also a variation of shades. I picked mine up in light vanilla. And then also has a little puff. And so a sticker to pull, and then you're supposed to be able to kind of turn this for the sifter to close it, which I appreciate. Why is packaging so difficult? I'll be back. Okay, I finally got it open. The sticker just made it so difficult. It wanted to like fluff everywhere. But I like that you are able to close this off so it doesn't get everywhere, make a mess. All right, so let's try out the Hydra Glow foundation. It is a much better shade match than the Urban Decay. There also, it was like a limited shade release for the Urban Decay. At least that's what it seemed like. It has a good coverage. It's nice and glowy. Like you can just see the glow on the skin. And I didn't use a lot either. I do also like that the top to this foundation is different because I have the one, it's kind of like a, I wouldn't say it's mattifying. It just has a really nice coverage. It doesn't like mattify down. I would hate for them to have like the same component. So I'll be able to tell the difference when I go to pick my foundation. So far, so good. Now, I made an executive decision on this. I know I had talked about picking up the Westman Atelier, what is it? The Petite Face Trace Contour Stick. I picked up the mini. I thought about picking up the larger size and I was like, no, 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 no. Let me pick up the smaller size. If I like it, I'll pick up the bigger size next time. This is so cute. It's so tiny. I'm not going to tell you the price point because the price point's not tiny, period. Let's just be honest. But I do like the flat matte of this, and you just have the simple aesthetic of the name. So I got mine in the shade Truffle. We'll try there, start out. It is the only contour that I picked up though. And I actually almost didn't pick this up, but my sister-in-law had messaged me and asked me about it, and I was like, honestly, I've never tried it. She was like, well, that sucks because I really wanted to know your opinion. I was like, dang it, I feel like I need to pick it up now. So when I saw the Sephora sale, it was one of the first things I added to my shopping list. It's nice. It has kind of a sun-kissed color. For being a contour, like I like mine a little more cool toned. I like it. And it was nice and creamy and blended in pretty smoothly. Let's see. I went in a little bit heavier the second time. We'll see. I do have a powder bronzer, so I'm not going to, the bronzer I have is powder, so I am going to do my contour, not my contour, I'm going to do my concealer, and then I have a couple blushes, but I'm going to use powder if I've got a powder bronzer. So I picked up two concealers. One is an updated shade. I picked up the Fenty Wear Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. I had a lighter shade and I picked mine up in 240N this time. I also, since it was an updated shade, wore this today and I still love it. I'm so happy it's in a darker shade and I really like this concealer. Now, I did also pick up the Saie Slip Tint Radiant All Over Concealer in the shade 9. I have not tried this. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I do like the Saie products I've tried in the past, as well as I picked up the new blush that they got, which we'll get to in a second. All right, so it is in shade 9. That's the one thing with 9 and 6, like I don't know sometimes if it's just by itself. All right, so little matte aesthetic. All right, so here goes nothing. I'm gonna start with one eye. I don't know how quickly it's gonna dry down. It feels like it's a little bit liquidy, which I'm okay with. I think it might be the right shade once it blends out. The first box that I received, you guys, has been sitting here just taunting me, and I was like, I really want to play with them. And there's part of me that thinks like I should have done a part 1 and a part 2, especially because the next category for blushes is excessive. Like it is literally blush season right now. Ooh, I really like how that, like a little bit went a long way. So this is the eye with the concealer. This doesn't have anything on it. It just looks so smooth and creamy. True test will be when I put powder on it and mattify it down and just see. But wow, it does have like a really tiny doe foot applicator. I'm not dipping back in. I want to see like how much product comes on the brush. It's actually a pretty good amount. Now I'm interested to see what it looks like with this powder on. So it does come with a little powder puff. I'm gonna tap a little bit out into the cap. Oh, that looks really smooth. It did mattify it down. It is still shiny on this side. These pores didn't completely disappear. I will definitely try out another primer just in case. I had high hopes for the Laura Mercier, and I like Laura Mercier, but I don't know that it's gonna blur out my pores. That like just literally smoothed it all out. It did kind of fall into like my chin line, which I'm used to. And the forehead. I'm used to that a lot of the times with a glowy foundation, but as long as I press out my problem areas before I set it, not a big deal. Okay, you guys, so far I like how my skin looks. I mean, obviously I still have my pores right through here, but everywhere else it's looking very smooth, mattified how I want it. I'm interested to see how it performs with a different primer and that foundation, but I'll try it in the future. I need to finish off the eye look real quick before we move forward. So I'm thinking I will use the shade Bliss and then the shade XO just to finish off the under eye. All right, so first into Bliss. Very pretty pale pink shade. I'm also going to use my fluffy crease brush just to deepen up this area right now before I put any more of XO in there. Now into XO, I'm going to slowly put it underneath and then finish it off with powder to just kind of set it. Into my pencil brush. This will probably be one of those palettes that I take with me to Germany. What are some of your favorites that if I have them in my collection I should take with me? Because 8 months is a long time to not have a full collection, but also like what are your go-tos that you think I should take with me? Now I'm gonna go into the powder for XO just to kind of set this and make sure that it's good to go. Little deepened up, a little mauve-y toned. Really like this. One thing I love about Sephora when you order online, they send you all kinds of samples. So I was able to get the Olaplex No. 5 Bond Maintenance Shampoo and Conditioner. Love this. And then the Isle of Paradise Body Polish and Body Moisturizer. I also have the, what is it, Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I love this and I need to buy a restock of that. And then the Maison Louis Marie Perfume Oil. So I love those. I love getting samples when I order from Sephora. Okay, for bronzer, and I only picked up one, two if you want to consider the Makeup Forever HD Skin Face Essentials palette. So let's see. I couldn't remember if this is just blush and bronzer. Oh no, there is like contour and stuff too in here. So this I will use in a future, but I have the bronzer palette, contour palette that I got from Sephora. So I'm intrigued to play around with this. Okay, so Sephora just released a new matte bronzer. I picked mine up in the shade 02 Beach Bum Tan. I had just picked up their contour, so I was really excited to pick this up. And then the other thing with the Sephora sale, Sephora products are 30% off, which I appreciate. They're already pretty affordable when it comes to Sephora, but then to have another 30% off. So I'm excited to try this. I'm only doing one side so you can kind of see the difference. Kind of subtle. I didn't like go in too heavy with it. And I don't know if you guys can hear it. My neighbor is mowing his lawn, but I just got home from work, so people are doing things in the afternoon. And Luke just got home, so it's a very busy afternoon. All right, so this is just a smidge touched up, no bronzer on this side. So let's go ahead and fill it in. So you can slowly build it and make it just a sun-kissed look, or you can probably make it a pretty intense. I always like brushing it into my hairline, so it just kind of helps camouflage. My hair is looking crazy now. I knew I needed to do a powder bronzer because the blush I want to use is also powder, but this is excessive and no one needs to buy this many blushes all at once. At all. Alright, so this one I picked up from Kaja. This is the Dewy Bar Dewy Cheek and Lip Multi-Balm. I got mine in the shade Peach Cobbler. I love Kaja. Their packaging is so cute. Look at that. There is a sticker made with heart and soul. Okay, this kind of reminds me of like the Pixie blushes. Ooh, that is so pretty. Very dewy, hence the name Dewy Balm. It does feel kind of sticky, but I think if you put it on top of your foundation and then set it with powder, like, but it also kind of disappeared. So then I also picked up the Haus Labs Color Fuse Blush in the shade French Rosettes. The packaging on this was so cute. I talked about it when I did my like Sephora cart. The packaging is super cute. I like this matte and then everything else is like shiny silver. Ooh, that is really pretty. Ooh, kind of like a peachy rose. Kind of the same color as the Kaja. I also picked up the Say Dew Blush Liquid Cheek Flush in the shade Dreamy. Ooh, that is really pretty. That is a massive doe foot. Like, I expect that for like a lip oil. That is ginormous. Okay, so that is intense. We're going to, oh, that feels so nice. That shade though. I'm interested to see like how it dries down, if it dries down. Eek. LYS Higher Standard Cream Glow Blush Stick. I got mine in the shade Bubbly, which is a soft pink. I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, ooh, I love LYS products. I love their bronzer stick. It's so good. Ooh, this packaging is so pretty. I love, it's kind of like a iridescent pink. Ooh, okay. All right, so it dried down, but it's like glowy. Interesting. Ooh, we're gonna put it right here on. Oh, anyone seeing a trend in the shades of blush that I'm getting? That is beautiful. I don't know which one I want to use next. Oh, that is so gorgeous. Okay. And the one I wanted to try today, this is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch in Happy. I saw this and I was so excited. When I saw it on Trend Mood, sneak peeked as a new blush, I was just like, I'm picking that up. I will tell you, this is not the first one I ordered. When it showed up at my house, it had literally confettied itself inside the box. Oh, look how gorgeous that looks. I am so excited for this. So excited. Ooh. It is probably the lightest blush that I ordered. Making a makeup wipe. I am making a mess. Okay, now just as a comparison, so this is the highlighter package, and then this is the blush. So this one's nice and shiny, kind of that nude shiny plastic, and then this one is a matte white. So let me grab my blush brush. I'm so excited for this. And that's just going in so slightly. It's such a beautiful shade, and I kind of want a deeper shade, but I was like, let me try one to start out with. And I don't usually go for like bubblegum pink, but this is so pretty. There is some kick up, not a big deal, but that is so pretty on the cheeks. Have you picked them up? Are you picking them up? Do you like them? I like it. I like the glowy effect. Now we do need to do highlighter on the brow bone and the cheeks. I'm just going to use what I put right here on this area of the eye. That highlighter is just so beaming. So good. Exhilarates the new shade. I have the gold shade, which is so beautiful. And just depending on how my makeup is going, if it's a little more cool toned, I need it to exhilarate. If it was warmer toned, what's the name of it? It's right here on top. It is in Flaunt, which is a stunning shade. Now for brows, I didn't buy anything new. This is literally a restock. It is the Sephora retractable brow pencil, so I'm gonna go fill in my brows with that. I didn't get a new brow gel, liner, or mascara, but I do have a new lip plumper, so I'll be back for that. Okay, you guys, now we have one more thing to try out, and this, I have been trying a whole bunch of plumping lip glosses. I have my opinions. There's one in particular that I will never use again, and it just hurts. And then there's some that I absolutely love, and they don't sting, they don't hurt, and the lips look gorgeous. Now, I love the items I've picked up from Patrick Ta in the past, and I picked up his Rich Plumping Gloss in the shade Need Her. Ooh, that is a really pretty shade. I did grab a lip liner so that I can just kind of line my lips, give it some shape. I have the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. It's one of my favorites. Sometimes I need to have my lips lined. And nothing too intense, just to give them shape again. Okay, now I have some shape again. They look like my lips. The only thing is, like foundation, they will sometimes just kind of like blend in. Now into the shade Need Her. That is a big doe foot. That is very glossy. Very, very glossy. Those are so juicy and glossy. Like those. My lips are so glossy and okay. I'm starting to feel it. There is definitely a tingle. But I don't know if it's like painful. While this kicks in, and I will definitely touch on it before I'm done. Especially if it's painful, I will talk about it. Now, I tried on a whole bunch of new things. New primer, new foundation, new concealer, which I don't usually do. Usually I'll try a primer with something that I've already been using and I know I like. I did a whole bunch of my no-nos today, but I wanted to try them out. I wanted to see what they were all about. Let's see. Okay, so I can still see my pores through here. Usually I will use a hydrating primer with my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer just to get rid of these pores and my lines up here. I can still see my pores right through here. And then it did start to fall in through my lines, but once I like patted it out and then set it with powder, it seems to be doing fine. The concealer is nice. I'm interested to see how it does with other like foundations, primers, whatnot. I like the color story on this eyeshadow palette. It is an all matte palette, which I'm not mad at. I do have individual shimmer eyeshadows that I can use. I probably also could have used one of the matte cream shades to do an all matte look. It's just not my comfort zone. So instead I just used the highlighter, which I really like this shade. I love the blush. Let me know, have you picked up the Rare Beauty blushes? Are you picking them up, or you know, are you passing? Is it just a glowy blush, not your vibe? I really like them. I think I should pick them up in other shades because this shade, Happy, it's really pretty, but I don't necessarily go for bubblegum pink blushes. I like it. And when my skin is a little bit on the lighter side, this is a really pretty shade, but I also think a deeper shade would be really nice as well. I'll try out the powder a couple different times. I like how my skin looks right now. Lips, it doesn't hurt. I am so thankful for that. I hate when I try a lip gloss, a lip plumper, and all of a sudden it feels like I just used a habanero pepper to like do my lip gloss. That's not what this is. There is a tingle. I'm not saying there isn't anything. I'm just saying it doesn't hurt. I like it. And it has filled in my lines. It's very slippy. It doesn't feel tacky or gummy. I hate when you just have like the weird gloss, like sticky pieces that stick together. I'm not getting that right now. Let me know. I'm interested. What items did you pick up during the Sephora sale? Did you pick anything up? Did you decide not to buy anything, period? I'm interested to know your thoughts. Also, if you picked anything up that I didn't pick up or you haven't seen me use and you think I should try them out, put those recommendations in the comments down below. We'll have that conversation. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.